Hi, I'm Chikodi. I'm back again. The last video we talked about business and how to leverage on people you know already when started out in business, and how to move from people you know to people you do not know. Okay, we trashed it out the last time. Today, we want to talk about something different. Okay, we want to talk about resumes, CVs, and job application. Okay, people that are seeking for employment. All right, so I need you to understand that first. I need you to understand that despite the fact that the unemployment rate in Nigeria is quite high, there are some jobs. You need to understand that. If you're a job seeker, if you're not cut out to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, I need you to tell yourself there are jobs. That's the truth. Okay? If you go to Jobberman, if you go to other career sites, job openings are coming out every day. I receive tons of openings every day. So where is it coming from? These are legit job openings. So the thing is, how have you positioned yourself? How have you prepared to grab the few slots that are available? Now, let's just talk about today. We're going to talk about what makes a professional resume. Okay, what makes a professional resume? Now, let's go in. A professional resume has sections. Okay, 4 to 5 sections. All right, some extend to 6 sometimes. The first section is the bio data. Now, in the bio data, it contains your name, your address, your mobile number or telephone number, um, your email, and your personal website or and your LinkedIn URL. Okay, so if you have a personal website, add it. If you have a LinkedIn URL, add it, please. Now, after your bio data, you have your professional summary. Now, in your professional summary is basically summarizing everything you have in your resume. Your professional summary should be between 2 to 3 sentences. Sometimes it might extend to 4 sentences. Be brief, be concise, and tell the recruiter what you've done over the years in few sentences. Mention how many years cumulatively you have been working, and also talk about your field of expertise. For example, as my salesman, I could say accomplished sales real estate sales associate with 5 years experience in residential property uh, of sales. All right, so that's the first sentence. Then I could proceed to talk about over the years I've helped blah 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 blah, and that's it. Now, after the professional summary, you have the skills session. Now, some people that have a whole lot of experience might prefer to, instead of skills, they might prefer to use areas of expertise or areas of core competence, all right? Or they might still prefer to say skills. Some people have a whole lot of skills, many skills, all right? Now is not the time to put all the skills. Look for the skills that has direct relationship to the job you're applying for. Please remember that you have to tailor each resume to the job you're applying for. Don't use one CV to apply to all resumes. Okay, you should be able to always work with your laptop to adjust your resume to fit any job application you're applying for. I hope that makes sense. Now, after the job section, after the skill session, sorry, you could proceed to go over to your education or to your professional experience. Now, if you have between 0 to 3 years, this is the entry level role, you should put your education after your skill set. But if you have above 3 years experience, it might be better to put your education after your professional experience. The reason is this: recruiters between that 0 to 3 years are interested in what you studied. If it has relationship in what you're applying for in some situations, so they might check out your education as they are checking your resume. But if you're more than 4 years, nobody is so concerned. The recruiter or the hiring manager is also concerned about what you studied. It's about the experience and the skills you possess. Okay, so it might be better for you to put your education after the skill set if you're 0 to 3 years, or if you're above that, push it downward. So in your education, you put the name of the institution, the certificate first. Put the certificate you graduated with, Bachelor of Science. All right. You put your field. It could be physics or any other field, then you put the institution, and then you put the grade, second class upper. If it's first class, please put it first class. You could put your GPC, GPA, and all that. If your if your certificate is higher national diploma or ordinary national diploma, please put it there. All right. So after the education, you have the professional experience. Now this is where it gets all juicy. All right. So in this professional experience, you should be able to talk about key responsibilities or achievements. Now, in your professional experience, you mentioned your position, you mentioned the company or organization you work for, and you mentioned the duration. Now, that date, you have to be specific. If you cannot remember, please carefully estimate. Mention the month you started and the year, and mention the month it ended and the year. If you're currently working there, mention the month and year you started and put a hyphen and put to present. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, after you've mentioned that, put key responsibilities or achievements. What That is where you need to document. So when you're working, anywhere you're working, try to document whatever thing you do. It will help you to add it in your resume. Don't depend on your brain. You can forget sometimes. So you should be able to document and put your key achievements. Did you help convert? How many? If you're a salesperson, how many percentage conversion rate do you have? How many people can you estimate customers you've made? How many sales have you made over a period of time? And a whole lot of things. If you're a salesperson, always work with numbers and digits. It helps a lot. So if you think you've not had any tangible achievements, look for key things you've done. Talk about things you've done. It doesn't just have to be duties, things you do. Of course, if you cannot really cannot remember things you do, achievements you have, you could put concrete key responsibilities or duties that you've been able to engage in. I hope that makes sense. So do that for all your resumes. If you don't have a professional experience, talk about volunteer experiences, okay? Times you volunteered, even if in school or in other sessions, okay? So this helps to build your resume. After the professional experience, talk about certification. Put your certification skills, certification section, not skills, please. All right. So talk about trainings, certifications you have. Now, in this area, you need to be able to talk about the name of the certification, the organization or company that certified you, and the dates. These are three key things that are important in the certification or training or courses session. Okay, if you've done a short course, indicate the name of the short course, the organization. You can even put the location of that organization and then the date. Okay. Now after that, you could put leadership experience if it has direct relationship to what you're applying to, the role you're applying for. But if it does not have relationship to the role you're applying for, please remove it. There's no need for that. No need to put. You cannot put your life history in your resume. It doesn't work that way. You need to put things that have relationship to the job you're applying for. If you think it can help you pass a message to the hiring manager or recruiter that you're a best fit for the job, then add it. But if it does not have relationship, please remove it. That's why we always advise not to try to put everything in one CV. No, it cannot work. If your CV is too wordy or things, so many things are there, the hiring manager is going to get bored. He has just few seconds to look through your CV and determine if you'll be invited for an interview or not. Now, after that certification session, references. No need to put your references number and name there when you've not been invited for an interview. Just put available on request. If they interview you and need references or guarantors, then they can tell you provide their names after you must have told them. Okay, so these are the basic things you need in a CV. Some people say CV is different from resume. Resume is different from CV. Most of them are used interchangeably. Okay, so CV could mean everything you've done, every work experience you've done. Resume could mean work experiences related, that are closely related. For here in Nigeria, they are used interchangeably. All right. With regards pictures in a resume, people in the Middle East might want to see your picture in a resume. People in Europe might want to see your pictures. Here in Africa, we're not so concerned about your pictures. So try to find out what is obtainable in the location you're applying for the job and stick to that. All right. So subsequently, we'll talk about other things like cover letters and LinkedIn optimization. So if you like this, Please drop a comment and also click on the subscribe link. I hope to do this more often. Bye.